It's easier.
Let's hope we find a spot. We don't want to go back uphill right away.
No, I know. And if I fall, I can't get up.
So right now we're just walking around blindly carrying a fair amount of weight. So this site here, while not perfect, has a little bit of potential. I'm sure we're going to find something nicer. But I'm going to leave a backpack here and go out exploring. Almost flew over. Cut knife. Might seem like a bit of overkill, but we'll explain why it weighs so much later on. Right now we're going to go find a spot. You're leaving yours here. You know where you go?
It's going to drop like a ton of bricks.
There, I feel better?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been hiking for a while. We need to take them off just to take a break, if nothing else.
Feels light.
Hey, so found this little spot. Pretty nice. I like it. Got some easily accessible dead standing. It's a little bit open, but around where we put the tent, we're pretty well sheltered. We do get some sun, but it's going to go away pretty quick. Well, Sandra's lounging over in the corner over there, trying to get a little piece of sun.
Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah, it's the last corner that's available. So we took a little breather, took in a bit of hydration, and I'm going to grab one of the saws and I'm going to go start gathering some firewood.
And I'm going to dig a hole.
Sandra's going to dig a hole. She's not being sarcastic. She loves shoveling.
I love shoveling.
For some weird reason.
Yep.
So Sandra's going to clear out a spot over here. This is where we're going to have our fire pit. So she's going to clear a spot so we can have our fire. Also have our Helenos chairs set up so that we're not sitting in the snow. So that's the plan for right now. So I'm going to go out and find a whole bunch of sticks. And you're going to dig a hole! Weirdo. I don't have to go far to find dead standing trees here as well. It's nice. Sandra's right within earshot from me. Tons of wood. Something I should put down. Huh. There we go. Good start.
Alright, so I managed to get a little square done up here, so I think I'm okay to take my snowshoes off now, and I'll just keep working from inside here. It'll be much easier. Hey, nice haul.
All done.
You did that quick?
Are you done?
No. I'm not done.
I guess I'm gonna have a beer.
You gathered those pretty fast.
Yeah, they were all together and one of them broke in half.
Right.
Almost like I sawed it.
Huh.
Look here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it must be wet. It's rotted.
No, it's very light.
I did do something else.
Did you?
Yes, I cut myself a tripod to put the camera
Oh,
on.
nice.
Yeah.
That was close.
I'm taller than you are.
Oh yeah. Might be cheating a little bit.
You got branches.
Yeah. So, you guys probably noticed that our sleeping bags were quite hefty, fairly heavy. And the reason for that is we're doing this trip a little bit differently. The last time we went out without the shelter, we had the tarp, and we had built a long fire. We stayed really comfortable. It was an awesome little trip. This one here, we want to keep the fire nice and small. And we don't want to spend the whole day just cutting wood and all that and worrying if we're going to run out. So we have plenty. I was within eyesight from Sandra here. I didn't have to go far, and there's plenty more dead standing. And we can process that. And while that seems like a fair amount of wood behind me, that'll burn fairly quick. It's soft wood and it won't last. So what we had planned on doing on this time, we want to have a fire that burns until we go to bed. So we're going to keep it nice and small. It'll throw a little bit of heat, but we've brought a lot of gear. Because the minute you start moving when you're winter camping, even on a nice night like tonight, it's only supposed to go down to around -5 Celsius. If you don't move, even with a fire in front of you, you're going to get a chill. So this time, we're going the layers route. We got a ton of layers. So I've got, basically, right now I have 2 pairs of pants on. I got a 3rd pair. And right now I have 3 sweaters on. And I've got 2 extra jackets. Nice big balaclava. And also some nice warm mitts. Sandra as well has got a whole bunch of layers. So that's our plan. So you can actually go out, winter camp in a summer tent. And that's what we brought. And stay nice and warm. You don't have to process a ton of wood and have a big old shelter. If it was -20, I would argue differently. But this is a reasonable night. So anyway, that's our plan. Sorry for the bit of a ramble. Sandra probably still wants to keep having fun shoveling.
I can't leave it like that. It's not square. It has to be square.
OCD kicking in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably process some of this wood. Might take a little bit of a break first, but then we're going to get to work again. Anything you want to add? I forget stuff.
Yeah, well, no, if you're camping in cold weather like this and you sweat all day getting your firewood, you have to bring a change of clothes before you settle down for the night, because
That's true. That's true.
all those clothes you were wearing all day, they get all damp and sweaty, and that's what makes you get cold at night.
Yeah,
so
that's
gotta,
a good point.
You got to change into some dry clothes, which I have a whole other set of long johns and long john shirt and sweater and everything. So
that is a great point. If you had like a hot tent or a super shelter that we have, you can hang your clothes up to dry.
Yeah.
Not an option here, really. You can put a rope above, but it's not the same. So
yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, back to her. First a break, then back to her.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna square this up there.
All right, we're gonna square this up and process the wood. I'm rambling again. Sorry, everyone. Worth its weight in gold. Well, doesn't weigh much, but still awesome. If you're going to start a fire especially in the wintertime or when it's wet, and this is tough to do when you're cold and you want to get a fire going quickly, it's best to take your time, get all the supplies you need, the small twigs and everything. Don't rush it. You're going to save time in the long run. Having to restart a fire 3 or 4 times, obviously it adds a lot of time, because then you have to recollect all the small stuff again. So have more than you need, and that way you know you're going to have a nice fire, and it's a lot more fun. It takes a long time to collect all the wood, but once you have it all, you don't have to move. You set up your fire and everything's at hand, and you save a lot of time. And it's a very satisfying way to start a fire. So make sure to get a good mix. Get a whole bunch of really small stuff to start. I was lucky to find those dried up needles. So they're going to help with the start. So hopefully I'm not cursing myself and being overconfident right now, but I feel like this should go smoothly.
I might have to step in.
You might have to step in. Like I said, pride comes before the fall, as they say. But I'm hoping it should go nice and smoothly. And I promise, it's just going to be the one shot. If I screw it up, I'll show you. We always do. For you? Like that? Or better?
Yeah.
Oh, it's rotten. Holy crap.
Do you have a laser saw or something?
I could have cut that with a butter knife.
Oh yeah?
Oh, it's perfect for a base.
Yeah, maybe we'll use those because they're kind of rotted.
Yeah. Alright, that's a pretty big base. Our fire, like I said, I don't expect it to be very big, so going to So, now I've put pressure on myself. I'm oddly nervous about this. And I said, I'm confident about this. Nope, I'm not confident now. Ow!
Yeah, there's a flame in the back there, I can see it.
This stuff is nice and full of oil, sappy. I think we're good. Whew! Could have gone either way. Lint is great to get the flame, but it just dies right away. It's good to have something to mix it with. Whew. What do you think, love? Think we're good?
I smelled burning lint, then I smelled burning wood, and hopefully next I smell burning, or not burning, but cooking sausages.
We are good. Awesome. Pretty cool.
Looks like we're gonna get smoked when we sit in there.
That's gonna go away pretty quick. Woo! Feel the heat.
Yeah, so Mike's got a fire going, so I guess my job was to put the tent up, so
Hope you can get it on the first try.
I hope I can get it on the first try too. So I don't think we need a ground sheet. Huh?
There is not a lot of rock here.
No. So we won't take that. Leave that in there. I'm scared to walk around because I don't want to mess the snow up.
It's not the end of the world.
I'm trying to not walk too much.
What's that?
I might need you, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, well, no, wait.
No, you good?
Well, I'm trying. It's not pretty, but I'm trying.
First time putting up that tent? What's going on?
Well, it's not summer. I can't walk.
It's not summer.
Different in the winter. You're not even in the camera shot.
Fix the camera. Sorry, I kind of screwed up the camera there, but I put a stick in through the tab that pulls the vestibule. We had a tree that was actually chewed off a bit by a rabbit, so it made it perfect to attach the back end. So we were able to bury that stick and got a pretty nice and taut setup.
I think so.
Yeah, it's gonna work. Ah, it's burning.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got a good base. It should keep going.
Yeah, I can feel some heat from here.
Gorgeous night.
Yeah.
The sun's going down. Probably have about half an hour before the sun disappears on the horizon. But it's still going to be light for probably another hour and a half maybe. So we, when I went to gather the firewood for tonight, I went a little bit farther out. So we have a lot of other wood that's close by, so if we need to gather more, we will be gathering tomorrow, but it's nice to know that there's plenty at hand. This is awesome. I'm getting smoked out a bit though. That's fine. We don't want a big raging fire. We want to maintain our firewood. Like I said, the main way we're going to keep warm this time is going to be gear. It's all about having the nice warm layers on. And if we get really cold, winter sleeping bag.
Yep. Which we'll have to get ready though if we're going to use them.
Yes.
I like it here. It smells pretty.
Not too shabby. So, probably be cooking after dark, but we got sausages this time. So I don't even know if you guys are in frame. Go check.
We don't seem to be since we started.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. So one thing I forgot to mention, we had mentioned in the last video that we were planning on our next video was to be in the hot tent with one of our friends for a first time try at winter camping. Unfortunately, we weren't able to reach out in time. We have a family get together tomorrow, so we were going to reschedule it for some other time, but it's going to happen soon. So just wanted to mention that. That's why it's not a hot tent video this weekend.
It's a cold tent video.
Yeah, we're in the opposite direction. This is gonna burn like paper. I split that with my knee.
I'm going to try to bring some of the fire in the back here because then we can maybe cook in the front or something.
Yeah, I agree. Good idea. Alright, I'm gonna keep building up our log supply.
Because I think we should probably start cooking shortly there.
Did
you go on the outside of this log? Yeah. That work?
Yeah, should be right.
Good?
Yeah.
Throw them on?
Yeah, might as well. There's 3 different levels that you can set up the legs, so it's nice. We like to cook the sausages on a slow cook for a long period of time. That way we make sure it cooks all the way through, which is great. If we're cooking a steak, we might bring it quite a bit lower. So it's a neat little grill.
looking good.
Yeah?
Yep.
I think it's time to eat.
Yep. Which one do you want?
Doesn't matter.
There's mustard there.
Thank you.
It's hot.
Yeah, it is hot. Ooh. Oh, really hot sausage. Ooh. Thank you to the local gas station that had mustard packets.
Yeah. This is how it's done. Nice and hot.
Is it?
Yep.
Probably too hot for me to eat.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Mm. Yep. Mm. That's not.
Just put it on the top there somewhere.
So, I'm assuming you guys can still see us, and I'm going to show you what our light source is. Stay there, Tanner. I want to see if they can still see us from there.
Okay, go by the fire.
Yeah, they can see us. Alright, so the fire is throwing a little bit of light, but the main light source is our super bright tent. I put the lamp in there, and it's diffusing the light quite well. See, as we get away from it, you can see how bright it gets into the woods there. That's pretty cool. Pretty neat. Alright, this battery's about to go, so catch up with you guys in a bit. Give people a show of what you got there.
Well, it's just a little spoon. I started. It's pretty rough there. It's not done yet, but working on it. Maybe someday I'll get to stir my coffee with it when we go to camp. Who knows?
Yeah, you can eat your oatmeal tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be ready for tomorrow morning.
Got another tree.
Good.
Does that do?
Yes, that will do. If it's dry.
The bottom part is, oddly. The top part's heavy.
You're gonna have me carving till midnight.
So it's a little bit later than when you last saw us. Last thing I did was go grab a big old dead standing tree there just so it could burn a bit longer. It was fairly rotted, so I was able to go through it with the saw fairly well. We still have most of it behind me. So we were just sitting here by the fire, just having a great old time, and we were kind of reminiscing about the channel and our experiences out in the wilderness and how it felt like yesterday where I was saying, thank you so much everybody, we've reached 600 subscribers. And I was, you know, truly amazed at that point, and just as much now as we're getting closer and closer to 20,000 subscribers. And we got you guys to thank. It's really humbling for us.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It totally is, yeah. I mean, we absolutely love doing this. When we decided we were going to share our experiences with other people, and we're so glad that you guys have enjoyed it and have joined us on these trips. It's made it a lot more enjoyable for us. It really has, because we're able to share it with you guys. It's awesome. So with that being said, oftentimes we always wanted to kind of say, you know, mention certain names while we're doing our videos, and I always held back because I was always afraid to say somebody's name, and that somebody might have felt left out. So that was never an intention of mine. So that's why I never really went ahead and mentioned names specifically. That being said, somebody requested a shout out, and we're more than happy to reply. She's made a lot of comments on our videos, been around with us for a long time. So,
hi Felicia!
Thanks a lot for asking for the shout out. It's really appreciated. Like I said, we see your comments every time, and it's really appreciated. And to everybody else, if you want to shout out, please put it in the comments. As you know, I read them all. So it'd be more than my pleasure. I've got like 100 names in my head right now that I could say back to back, and I'm not going to do it because it would take a long time on the video.
That's a whole other video.
That's a whole other video. And I'll also be afraid that maybe I'll forget one. So, however, if you want to shout out, please put it in the comments. It'd be more than our pleasure. And thanks again, Felicia. Hope you can enjoy this little video.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
Need a stick.
I think we're doing one.
Well, it was right.
That'll make all the difference.
It will.
Sandra saved our fire.
Here's another one.
Oh my God. I'm going overboard.
You want some old man's beard?
No. For the love of Pete.
I'm just grabbing everything I have.
Yeah, can I
here.
sit down?
Yeah.
So I put my big old jacket. It actually stayed warm all evening. I didn't really need any extra layers, so I put my big old parka underneath me. That keeps me nice and warm, nice and insulated.
I got my gloves.
You got your big old gloves?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh man, this is fun. I love it. It's so peaceful. So peaceful.
Yeah, the stars are all out tonight.
Yeah.
Mike tried to take some pictures. I don't know if you'll get anything, but
yeah, I'll try to throw some out on the video there, and just if they came out. Sometimes my eye is not accurate and it comes out a bit blurry, but we'll see what we got. Sandra took a couple of shots with her iPhone of all things, and I saw the results, and I'm pissed off. All that work out there in the dark, and she comes out with an iPhone. Perfect shot. Anyway.
Didn't even have to leave my chair.
No. See you guys in the morning.
Good night. I can't move any more than this. I'm zipped up to my face there.
Night, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. You got my coffee going?
Yep.
Yeah?
Just reheating it for you for a second. Ooh. Huh?
Booty.
Yeah. So, how was it?
Good.
Yeah?
Good, yeah. How about you?
Awesome. I slept pretty well. I was nice and toasty all night. Except my boots were frozen. I couldn't put them on this morning, and my laces were frozen too. So
Your what?
my laces were frozen.
Oh, you didn't dry that much then before you went to bed? Or what?
I guess not. There we go. Free needle in there too. Alright, I'll set you up. Good? That's coffee.
It's delicious. I'll be having a second cup,
Will you?
but no needles this time.
Okay, sorry.
I don't want needles.
We're pretty low in water.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Here's
filled up the pot once and we're out of water. Had a tripping incident, close quarters around that fire pit, and unfortunately got kicked over. It's fine, we don't really need it. We already had our coffees, but I'd like to have one more drink, so I'm just gonna try to grab some of the snow here. Ooh. Ooh. Losing most of it. See how that works out. They win.
That's good. Oh, now I have to wait.
I get ready pretty quick, doesn't it?
Well, not in seconds.
Okay. No bugs?
Don't see any. There's no snow fleas this weekend either.
Yeah. It got colder.
Yeah.
Cold snap. Alright, so that wraps it up for the summer tent winter camping trip. Worked out fantastic. We stayed nice and warm. The fire was warm. Sleeping bags worked great.
Yeah.
The weather was perfect. I mean, we wouldn't push this around minus 15, minus 20, but for the temperatures we had, it was just perfect. So we hope you guys enjoyed. We had fun. We hope to see you again next time. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.